Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Warts and Wobbles from Cindy Strait. I don't know why I haven't done this one yet. I've seen the name, I've seen it, and I don't know, I guess it was just waiting to get said today is the day. Just for the name. Just for the name, but it's a really cool tangle. It would be a border tangle or, a ribbon tangle, string line tangle, whatever you want to, however you need to use it, and hence call it. Okay, so we're going to start off with a double line. However you wish to draw it. And this one, it's not super close, which is kind of interesting. So like that. I don't know, what is that? If you're using a micron, it's kind of maybe a little thicker than that or something. Up to you, of course. All right, then. Consecutive C-shaped curve lines on either side, alternating small and big. And so let's start it over here. And we'll start with a small one and a big one, and just alternating them. I'm trying to, in my mind, I'm trying to exaggerate them. Although, once you get it finished, it's not going to matter so much, as long as there's some kind of difference, so you know. And you know what? I'm going to even, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, yeah, but even if they're close, regardless of what size they are, I should say, in the finishing steps, it'll still turn out great. So don't worry about it. All right, now the opposite side, we're going to try to line these up. I'm going to start here and I'll go backwards and finish. And so, as you can see, and again, it doesn't have to be exact, so don't stress over it. But it's like, okay, well, here's a big one. Here's the big one on the other side. And I'm working to try to line these up. But this being thick is kind of a aids in the forgiveness of it. Because if you're thinking halabau, when you have that larger distance, it just, it's kind of a safety. That's a better word. It's a safety. And bottom line is still, it doesn't matter. It's all going to turn out just fine. Okay, next step. And I'm going to switch to this Micron 10, because I don't know where my little 12 is. Or I should say, it's not handy, and I don't feel like searching my bags for it. So this will work just fine. On the large ones, we're going to put some perfing, we would call it. And instead of, making a dot with the 01 and filling it in, I'm finding it way easier to just do this. And you could use the graphic one. Like I said, this is a 10. It might make all of a sudden I'm thinking, yeah, it might be smarter. Let's just do one side at a time. And we're just putting some dots, spacing them out. Maybe a little bit bigger than a dot width in between, but again, it's still up to you. Oops. And let me not get carried away. And I'm just going to continue doing dots. All right. This makes the dot making more uniform, number one, and two, just a heck of a lot easier than because that's what I would always do before. Okay. Next, I just crack myself up sometimes. Next, we're going to, and actually, you know what, honestly, this step, which is my step 3 and step 4, you could do those out of order. It's not going to matter. One is not hinging on the other, but they both have to be done before the last step. Or, well, no, I take that back. This part could be done anytime. So what we're going to do is we're going to essentially aura that inside and fill it in. I am thinking I should, I'm going to aura them first. I want to come back maybe with that graphic one. Although, look at that little thin place right here. That's not going to work. Don't want to create more problems. Okay, we'll just do it with this. It's okay. We can feel the zen and the we can get absorbed in watching the paper absorb the black ink. And what's neat about, if you happen to be using Zentangle original tiles, it is a cotton fabric, and it really doesn't take that long to fill in with an 01. And there is I was joking, but not joking at the same time. There is just something I find peaceful with just filling in from with the 01. But I know that I'm weird, and that's okay. I'm good with that. All right. And even at that, what a neat effect, It's kind of like a crescent moon with French knots. I always hated doing those. I love doing counted cross stitch. And I remember I put off finishing a project for a really long time because I had to do French knots, and they didn't really tell you exactly where to put them. I have grown so much because of Zentangle. And then there was another part of the thing I was doing that also, it was like in the picture, and they might have like said, oh, do this, but they didn't outline it exactly, and I just couldn't handle that. And I put this project off for months. And then I finally just said, okay, I'm going to figure it out. I'm just going to do it because I wanted to get it done. So funny. And that's another reason why I lots of aspects of Zentangle that I absolutely adore, because it really has helped me move past that kind of thing. It's like if there was no instructions, then I was just lost. Which is why I, with my step outs and my instructions here, it's probably, I don't know. I'm speaking to me. That's what I'm doing. And then hopefully there's somebody else that's like, oh yeah, I'm with you. Okay. We'll have a club or, group therapy or something. All right. Now, last step is we're going to, I'm deciding which direction. Let's do it this way. I can use my natural curve of my hand. That was really not smart of me. If I was any closer, I would have scribbled all over it. Okay. We're going to aura all of these little bumps, but don't get too stressed out over it. You could just do a bunch of little scallops. If they line up good, great. If not, it's going to be fine. And in hindsight, knowing that is something that you can think about as you're placing those dots. All right. I just think it has such a neat look. Okay. And I always like to throw in, the places, or just at least to make mention of, course corrections or places like where things could be forgiving. Just so that way you don't stress over it. Look at that. It's so cute. It's like the name makes you think, Okay, what's that gonna look like? Like you expect it to be all jagged, although you probably could if you wanted to, you know, make jiggly lines on purpose, and then it could probably fit into like a Halloween theme or something like that to go with the name, because then it's so pretty. But I don't know, it's just funny. I love fun names for tangles. All right, the way I'm gonna shade this one is I'm going to put, you know, another reason for leaving this kind of open or wider than normal is because I want to put some graphite. Oh, heck, let's just start it with one side. Because if you don't have enough room, that is something you could do. I've done that before where I just do one side. And it still has a neat effect. You know, and it could be, okay, say, you know, this is your tangle and this is, you know, this is like the outside or something. You see, I mean, it looks just fine with one. But I'm going to put two in. Because I want to. And then, I mean, this is the trick, is you have to have it be darker on the edges and lighter on the, you know, towards the middle. So that way you get this neat rounded effect on both sides. And we do. That's good. That was, I think that was the smallest or the tightest area right there. And I'm just doing a back and forth, and not the like little circles like I will do. Because I really want to just have that graphite spread as much as the Tortillion will allow it without pulling it down any further. And then also, let's see, I'm just going over it again. We'll do this side again because I want to get that. I was seeing the pencil line. There we go. Now, if you used a, one of the darker graphite pencils, I'm going to take this, let's see, I don't want to create a, look at what that did so far. What I was trying to avoid is no, let me tell you what I'm trying to do. That's a lot easier to say. I want to have it really dark or darker. Let's do it this way. Darker right at the line without leaving a little space, and it was wanting to leave a little space. And this is why it was kind of helping to change the paper a little bit. I could also sharpen this. But look at what that's at. This is, by the way, the colorless blender by Prismacolor. You know, the colored pencil people. But it does this magic on graphite. And so it's a nice thing where you could get into a little tight area. Or like this, so I don't want to add any more graphite. But I want it to be darker on that edge. And I'm also being a little extra careful because I don't want it to also create a line, because I like the gradient. So I don't want to run the Tortillion over it again. So it's just one of those things where you gotta be careful, you know. But it's a really, really neat tool, and not just for your colored pencils. So there we go. Really, really cool. Now, I suppose you could also, I mean, there's probably other ways that you could shade it, you know, I was thinking, you know, how you could maybe, well, let me think. What am I saying? We've brought this out sort of by shading it, which is kind of opposite what we normally do, but it really pops it out, makes it look round. But I was thinking about maybe coming along the outside and maybe, you know, just to see what that would do. So that was some other thoughts that I was having. But I like this. It's really cute. And I hope you have enjoyed it as well. If you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. click on the description section, which is, it's right where by my name underneath the video. I haven't explained where, because, and every once in a while I'll have somebody ask, and it's different depending on how you're accessing YouTube, whether it's, an app on a device or your phone or your computer. But usually, like, where my name is, the title of the video, they usually give you like a sentence or part of a sentence that's the beginning of what I have in the description section, and then there's either like a little down arrow or something that indicates read on. So click that, and you will find links to the step outs. I always link to the creator of the Tangle, but I always do my own as well. Below that is my link tree. So if you enjoy what I do and you'd like to come tangle with me, I would love to have you join me. I'm just noticing autumnal. Okay, note to self. I'm like, ooh, I just saw it flip on my computer, and I'm like, oh, I don't think we've done that one yet. Okay, note taken. And just by the way, let's see, I found this on tanglepatterns.com. Do give them, subscribe to tanglepatterns.com. She also, if you do subscribe and you use it a lot like I do, and I need to go do this right now. She, once a year, she asks for donations, and I know how hard it is and what, kind of what it takes for maintaining stuff. And she's been doing this for, I think this is year 15, maybe something like that. And it's a long time. And so she also puts out a booklet, a guide that has all the little thumbnail pictures in it. And it's a PDF. So you can print it out if you want, but you keep it on a PDF form, and you can click on the picture, and it'll take you to the website, to that tangle, to that step out. So it's a very, very, very nice tool. And anyway, I just wanted to give her a plug, and also to plug to do support her. All right. Oh yeah, I was talking about tangling with me. If you would like to. If you would like to, I do teach Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays is always free. It's called Tangle Time. You will find on the link tree ways to connect with me. Also, my social media is on there. Also, places to follow for classes. The one place it doesn't mention specifically is my Facebook page. Just click on the icon under my name, and that'll take you there. And if you follow me, then you'll see when I have things posted. Like I said, Thursday is a free day. I do 2 sessions. I always do 2 sessions. They always start at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm in Michigan. And so you just have to mind the time change, which thankfully we just got that over with. So we're getting used to the new normal again. And okay, where was I going with that? But anyway, you'll find and follow. And Tuesday's classes are, I have the third Tuesday is free. The other ones are paid. They have a fee or are club member exclusive. And information about the subscription club is also on there as well. And I think that's it. Oh, except for one last thing. I should mention this first. I'll mention this first next time. We do have a Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. So if you'd also like to join us there, a lot of fun, lots of sharing, lots of positivity, and it's just great. There are 4 questions, though, that you have to answer in order to gain entry. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. And then let the fun begin. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.